how good of a tune-up was this match ahead of next weekend?
I thought it was great, and pretty much everything we had hoped for. That the alum, they were excited to play. They played great, and then we got tested and kind of felt some pressure, which was amazing going into next week. And we got to see a lot of different players too, step up in that pressure. And I think it really helped, us figure out who we're going to start and what, realistic changes we can make. And I think it made me a lot more comfortable going into next weekend. So thank you. Big thank you to the alums for showing up and playing great.
Who stepped up well during that pressure, that testing?
Yeah. Probably the usuals. I thought Harper played great and was a huge voice. I thought Bergen had an awesome match, and you can really just feel the team steadied when she was in there. And I thought Lainey, sometimes her play is not super smooth, but her presence just helps us a ton.
As an alum yourself, what was a match like? I mean, we can talk about what you've maybe learned from it and everything else, but I guess what is the feeling of just seeing that happen?
Yeah, it was great. I got a little bit teary-eyed just seeing all those alums come back, and I know they were excited to get the standing ovations and get that feeling back. And some of them haven't played in years, and so that was really fun to see them out here. And some of them I recruited really hard and didn't get to finish out their careers as their assistants. So it was just really great to, get to connect with them again. And I think it's really important for our players to get that feeling too of that when you leave, this place is still really special. And once a Husker, always a Husker. They saw that truer than ever tonight.
Do you feel like alumni are going to want to come back now next year after seeing this?
Well, I sure hope so. I said I'm going to train so I can play next year.
Keri Leimbach stepped up really big in that second set with her rally. What did you think of her performance over the past couple weeks of rep camp?
Yeah, Keri's been really solid, and she's got a great serve, and she's really confident at the libero position, especially with being a freshman and having two great liberos in front of her, and Liv and Lainey. She just goes in there, and she doesn't miss a beat.
It looked like you guys were all laughing when Kelly had that I think it was second set. What was being said between all of them?
I think we were there was just a challenge that could Kelly get a dump down on our team, and she did. So I think that was just funny that she actually got one down.
Dani, can you speak to the importance in your system of not just having the best player in the conference or the country at a position, but of having the best position group at each individual position, and what that can mean and do for you as you go through a long season?
I just think the depth is so important when you go through a season. You don't know what's going to happen, and you want all your players to be ready. And if they can all buy in that they're getting opportunities every day and they're pushing each other and that each person on this team matters, that's the strongest team in December out there. And our team is starting to buy into that, and you can just feel the love from each position group and, how much they're pushing each other, but also supporting each other and celebrating each other. So it's been pretty cool to see, and that'll continue to get stronger and stronger, in my opinion.
Coach, you said you wanted better serving and passing from red and white to now. Did you see it?
Definitely. From the service line, we were much better. And statistically, we were better, but I just thought our players were hitting their serves and making them move. And the red-white, we were so tentative. And I thought even our misses tonight were pretty good misses.
Virginia said she was pretty nervous last week playing in front of this crowd too. Have you seen progress in her getting used to that environment and also getting used to American culture and American volleyball?
Yeah, and we've been telling her, you're going to feel a lot different playing against another opponent than ourselves. And I was happy that she got to feel that tonight and had so much success. But she continues to get more and more comfortable and gel with our team and get much more comfortable on the court. And I think she's also getting more comfortable with being okay with mistakes, and those will help her grow. A lot of these players want to be perfectionists, and she's the same way. So it's good to see her come out and have an awesome start and a great game.
A couple more before we bring the alums in.
After a few weeks, what position does it feel like is going to be the hardest to become a starter and then hold on to that starting spot?
That's a tough question. With the way Mania played tonight, you think those middles have got, they're clear, but she's really good. So But I would say outside, I think they all 4 of them have a different skill set and have different strengths and weaknesses. And I honestly think we're going to need them all at different times this season, depending on who we're playing and what time of year it is.
Taylor for front row and T was in the back row. What do you like about that arrangement?
Taylor's been playing great in the back row in practice, but it was more we want to get T to feel what it's like to play here and get some nerves out. But Taylor is probably one of the best left side blockers in the country, so it's hard to see that sitting on the bench. And her experience is just really a comfort level, so we thought starting with a mix of that and going from there would be a good thing to do tonight.
All right, thank you.
Thanks.